So we've returned for a bonus clip. I guess
Yes.
Rogo, Catahan, Taggart, and Kipling have arrived at the Ergot Trade Company.
I am playing the banjo. It is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I knock on the door.
Of the Ergot Trade Company, or this building
Yeah.
here. All right.
Mr. Taggart, maybe it would be wise if last time you were here things didn't go so well. If you let us handle the negotiation of the fair.
Well, it wasn't me out here, just to clarify.
It was the other guy with the bucket.
Yeah.
All people in armor.
I
look the same.
apologize. It's so hard to tell you apart in the armor.
Understandable. No worries. But no, I'm happy to just observe and make sure things are all good and proper with our constabulary suits.
Hola, señorita. How can I help?
I think that's a male.
You can never tell with elves.
I'm listening. We are here from the Ramshore Constabulary.
Yes.
Is there a Volati Ergot's daughter about by any chance?
Ah, you mean the captain. Come on in.
Right.
Take a seat.
After you, Kahan.
Just shuffle
Oh
everyone
god,
into the
how many
building.
seats is there in here?
There is no more free seats. Just sit in the corner.
I'm just gonna awkwardly sit in the middle of them.
How big
Yeah.
is your house? Oh, it's about 9 people big.
Yeah, standing room only.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh no. I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
my target to the front.
It reminds me of my first year class for electromagnetics.
Yeah.
This was basically
Alright.
Kipling is just covering the door playing the banjo.
So, as you enter, Valette attempts to look coolly towards the fire and completely not pay attention to the people coming in. However, as more and more people come through the door, she suddenly, is kind of caught off guard by this and kind of loses her kind of cool nature for a moment.
The guards caught her off guard.
Ah,
Do you play the banjo, miss?
no. What are you
Fair
doing
enough. I am playing the banjo. They have questions.
What?
we are looking to join you on your trip. Our friend Raghu said that
Rogo.
Rogo. Sorry, was it Rogo?
Everyone is having food-related names
Call it-
again.
Okay, I remember. Our friend Rogo told us that he'll join you on a trip, and we were wondering, was there extra space for us?
How many of you are there?
Well, just a couple, but our cargo might be that big.
Of course, it'll be myself, this gentleman here, Kipling, and there will be this fine lady here, Miss Catahan. There'll also be the sergeant will be coming with us as well. I think that makes 4.
By
Oh,
we have-
and of course we'll have another. My apologies. There will be 5 of us. It also, I do have a small cart and domesticated axe beak that I'll be taking with me, Bill. And I'm not certain what other provisions will be taken by my compatriots.
Well, Mrs. Dolmy will be joining us.
What?
The
What of
The
our-
thief.
The supplies will entirely depend
Well-
on how much we can find on the other side.
there's also Johnson as well,
Yeah.
and possibly.
I'll
Pip.
basically just tell her that, well, miss, I will compile a final list once we have the actual members sorted, but I would estimate half a dozen, potentially. including Mr. Rogo here.
Your father, or your associate, has interest in my father. What's that about?
Well, I do not wish to speak for my colleague Bookham, but I understand he wished to discuss some matter with your father. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you what it was.
Strange.
A little. He's a strange fella, to be true.
We may
It wasn't
be
always
opposites.
like this.
Good fella, a little strange though at times.
We may be officers of the law, but we also have personal issues.
She kind of looks at you for a moment, just stares.
She has to agree.
She just turns
To be
back.
fair, there's a guy in a full helm trying to talk to her. Like,
Yeah.
just full
Yeah,
helm.
you also notice that this guy in the corner, Taggart, is a Dragonborn.
Oh no, he's a dragon.
Oh no.
He's the Dragonborn. No, a Dragonborn, not the Dragonborn. Okay.
Dragonborn with damn dreads. Oh no.
Oh wait, he's the bosun of the ship.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I guess he'd be in charge of the logistics and everything, sorting everything out.
Yeah. I'll send my one of my crewmates over to discuss the details with you sometime tomorrow.
Oh, of course. And Miss Captain, when do you plan on setting sail? Within the next day or so? The next week?
Yeah.
I'm not in any particular hurry. I just wish to know how much time I do have here in Ramshore.
5 days.
5 days. Sounds like a plan to me. There's plenty that can be done in 5 days. Preparations need to be made, of course.
Very well.
Loose ends need to be tied up.
And how usually long do you stay over there? Is there like date when you do the return trip?
She kind of gestures over to Alejandro. Alejandro pulls out his ledger and looks at it for a moment. We will be staying there for approximately 2 months before adventuring on our next adventure.
Not possibly returning to Ramshore.
Well, no doubt if we can't catch a ride back on the Sea Hag's Revenge, then there will be other ships that we can take back if the need arises.
Just wondering.
For a small commission, we could add the journey to our roster.
I see our resolutions must be final.
Oh, we have agreed. We shall agree tomorrow. Do we have the rough estimate for the price of the ride?
We will have that information for you tomorrow.
Very well.
Fair enough.
Until then, is there any more information you'd like to discuss with the captain?
Any problems with the pirates, or what about on the way there?
You see, she kind of giggles a bit, but catches herself. I'm sure the pirates won't be an issue.
Hey, roll history check. Did they see her face on the wanted poster?
Well, you can roll history
Yeah.
check to see if you've seen a wanted poster or an insight or something along
I'm
those lines.
gonna roll an insight just to see
Mhm.
if there's anything hidden
Yep.
that I catch from her.
Same.
Canahan, make a history check.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, bro. Okay. I just
Okay.
think, oh.
Kipling's like, the banjo really.
I know. Banjo taught me.
As you've stumbled onto something there, Kipling, you're strumming away at your banjo as this conversation is happening. And suddenly, the name Sea Hag's Revenge.
It's an anagram for Adolf Hitler.
It rings a bell. There once was a notorious pirate who sailed aboard an infamous pirate ship named the Sea Hag's Revenge.
Huh, what a coincidence.
However, that individual has not been heard of for at least 15 years.
Well, ma'am, I hope you have your papers for the ship in order.
And through your background, you would also have a little bit extra information as your background as a bounty hunter.
Oh god.
You don't.
Hey, anagrams of Sea Hag. Look at this.
Or I'm looking in the wrong chat.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh,
But yes.
I can't open that right now when I'm recording.
Anger shave gay. Anger shave gay.
Garage 7, eh?
Oh. What was I going to say? From your background as a bounty hunter, you would also know that an individual who you're not quite sure who it was involved in an undercover operation that lasted 15 years, where he sailed with Henry Irving aboard the Sea Hag's Revenge, only for Henry Irving to disappear and have never been heard of since.
Well, ma'am, I hope you have your papers in order. Sounds like it will be a good trip.
Ah, yes.
It smiles.
The sea is a fickle mistress.
Yes, I hear they treated Henry badly.
They suddenly cough and look. They go pale white as they look fucking terrified at the mention of that name.
As banjo music continues.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just strumming my banjo.
Okay, can you make a performance check with disadvantage as you're trying to keep your cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
Disadvantage and performance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, this is gonna be terrible.
No, you're nervously strum your banjo. As
Goes from
What in D&D, what is disadvantage?
it means
roll 2 and you get the worst.
you roll 2 and you take
Oh,
the
it's the
least them,
opposite
and
of
then advantage is the
That
opposite.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Valette coldly turns to you and just stares at you for a moment. Ritualist, what's that for? Knowledge of the sea ghosts. I'll answer that in a moment.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you with kind of a half smile. How did you hear that name?
Oh, in my trade, before this, I heard a lot of things.
I knew a Henry once.
Exactly. We all know a Henry.
Oh, everyone knows a Henry.
Indeed.
Right.
Who's Henry?
If you
A friend of
Is he coming
theirs,
with us?
as far as I can see.
please never mention that name.
Fair enough. Don't give me reason to mention him again, and I won't.
You
You
get
brought
the
him up.
you get the impression these people are really uncomfortable with
I mean,
the possibility of Valette getting upset.
to be fair, look at the positioning of this tiny ass room. I would be pretty uncomfortable. Just like three armored people.
Yeah, but I
well,
don't take up too much space.
Just leave the fight.
It's okay. I take the extra space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's like just 3 cops.
like
just
Cadahan is
sit
like
in your little
this
hut,
big
you
in the
know?
room, just like taking up all the space, and so is this guy as well in the corner.
By the way, once I was shown the characters and their pictures, I was like, Catahan, that's Ritualist, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no shit, son.
Oh,
So
that all?
basically, we agreed to agree tomorrow.
mm-hmm.
We can make the list in the downtime for shopping. You know, the equipment and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, certainly. But we never got an estimate on our there was a gentleman who was going to see us tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, about that.
Well, should we arrange a meeting place so we're all together? I don't want to agree to something that I feel is
I
unreasonable.
assume we'll meet at the bar or something, you know.
I'll send our.
Of course. We'll meet at the White Pike Tavern tomorrow.
Something with more space.
Well, I was going to suggest the police station, but the tavern works too.
Well, I
Tavern
don't
feels
think we need
more
to drag someone to
grammatically
the
correct.
police station to deal with something like this.
Hmm.
It seems a little odd to have this kind of an exchange at a police station.
Indeed.
After all, we'll be together on a boat for almost a week. No sense to start things off in an odd predicament like that, though I see you've seen to that.
As long as we are all friends, I think everything will work out.
Everything you say is creepy, but I do agree.
Thank you. I will continue to play the banjo.
Villette turns away and back to the fire and says, "Is there anything else you wish to discuss?"
I think we're good.
No, we'll meet your man at the White Pike Tavern at 10 in the morning tomorrow.
Very well.
Real.
We will
What does,
hear from you then by then.
What's up, man?
Sorry, what's
What
that?
is Cadahan's thing? So
Oh yeah, you asked for religion at
Singles.
sea. I guess, given your history in Port Nyanzaru, you would be aware of stories of sea ghosts and sea monsters and
Seaman.
sea men.
Sea
women. Yeah.
I've heard stories of seamen on the poop deck.
You know what? Since you roll so well, I don't really have much information to give you. I will give you information on a rather funny character's name who sails aboard the HMS Oppression named Captain Wham O'Connor.
Ah, slave ship.
Nice.
There you go.
Wamano color.
Yeah.
Wamano color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Cool.
Captain Wamano color.
Got them in the color.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
Oh god. Throw the book of basic economics at her. She'll crumble like a pile of toilet paper. Get back to the kitchen.
Oh,
She's the captain of the brownest ship in the sea.
oh God.
Now
This
this
is
shit
taking a
is
weird
sea.
turn.
Don't tell it to the crew. It's all rapist and male feminist.
Oh no. Yeah, I've got not much for you at the moment, so there you go.
Yeah,
You got it.
basically, my idea is like our ghosts are afraid of something like holy water or books
Oh,
like that.
Ghosts. Yes, they would be affected by holy water, but more so silver. If only you knew where to find some silver weapons.
Oh, if only we had some silver. By the way, did that silver shirt got yeeted in explosion or is mostly in one piece?
The silver shirt was destroyed in an explosion. However, the silver sword was on your person, so it's fine.
Well, I have a little bit of silver. It's only traces of dust that it could be useful in potions and alchemical concoctions, but I have a little bit myself.
Yeah,
Hardly
maybe
even
we,
worth mentioning.
maybe we can find that at the blacksmith. Order some proper silver weapon. See,
Oh yes, of course. What I have was, like I said, hardly worth it.
no offense.
Better to buy a goblet and melt it down.
Conveniently, signors, the blacksmith is across the way.
Yes, we know.
It's like right there.
Please get out of my living room.
He's just like hanging around annoying
Get the
them.
fuck out. It's just too much.
Yeah, like you're all just like, yeah, that's a very interesting idea. All like standing there talking in this 10 by 10 foot room. And she's completely done with the conversation.
Technically, it's a 15 by 15 foot room, but yes.
Yeah, I assume we're just outside now, just like
Mhm.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, drag yourselves
Have a
out.
nice day.
Drag yourselves out.
Yeah.
Miss
Um,
Villette and company.
Get the fuck out of my closet.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do one thing. I'm gonna tip the gentleman my hat, like, gentleman, and I'll turn to the lady and just say, "Pleasure, ma'am. Appreciate your candor." And just give her a nice inclination as well with the head. Can I roll persuasion to see how charming this is?
Yeah, sure. Just one
Oh,
question.
God.
Which of the men were you tipping your hat to?
Would that be
Both of
charisma
them.
or
Okay.
persuasion?
Sorry?
Would that be charisma or persuasion?
They're both the same.
They're,
They key
yeah.
off each other.
Persuasion is charisma with a bonus.
Alright. But yeah, no, I give it to both.
Yeah.
Tip my hat to both the guys. Just
Yeah.
that was there.
Gentleman. Lady.
Eh,
Yeah.
Lady.
It's an
He
average.
looks too
Lady.
much like that other guy who came in earlier. And...
It's an average courtesy compared to the ah.
it's gotta
compared to
be
the guy
better.
who ripped the door handle off my
He
door.
broke the door. It fucked off.
Screamed after leaving.
Oh, do you have how to say, you know, dun, 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 on the banjo, like the dramatic drum strings as he tips the hat? 4+1.
Can I do performance to do a dramatic banjo
Mhm.
solo?
Sure.
Bruh.
Okay.
Oh god,
Yeah, you attempt
the
and
Neil
fail.
Breen of banjo solos.
Yeah.
you break a string on your banjo.
Oh well.
Well, you know, if you need banjo string. In any event, the three of you are about as subtle as a tsunami.
I thank you.
I take pride in being straightforward.
Yes. To the point. And very pointy.
Good.
What?
I have claws. I like to keep to the point.
Jesus.
He is a strange fella.
Oh.
Sure.
So what would you like to do?
I mean, it's quite late. I don't know about you guys if you want to do anything.
You guys are calling it a night, are you?
Yeah, I think I better sort some paperwork in the morning. I'll see you all later, lads.
Well, fair then. I suppose I'll buy some fish.
What time of the day it is?
It is afternoon.
Yeah, I should go for my afternoon jog, I assume, for my OnlyFans.
What would you like to do, Kipling?
Kipling will look for his criminal contacts. Or one of them, anyway.
He's like right here.
Oh,
Oof.
well, that's perfect.
That's convenient, isn't it?
Catahan jumps so high she high fives the sun. Alright, cool.
So,
Jesus.
this is performance for the OnlyFans as I run with
Oh.
a tiny
Oh, hello.
bucket behind me
Yeah.
for donation.
Let me roll a d10. You earned 5 gold pieces for your
Hey.
OnlyFans.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Mr. Nick.
Oh yeah. Story.
What?
Story. How's things?
Oh, rather decent. We caught some people disobeying the law, but I am here for another case of that.
All right, Scope. Go on.
Did you hear a few years ago there was a thief turned arsonist who
Oh, you mean
burned
last
down the
Thursday?
house? What?
You mean last Thursday? When that Shia LaBeouf fella, he burned down your house, like? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, that
Do
fella's a
you
right
know
cunt.
Yes.
Yeah, he can go
Do
fuck
you
himself.
know his whereabouts?
Yeah. He he was mad at
This
some.
is like the most straightforward thief, like scumbag in all of history. I love him. The best. He's my favorite character.
Some shower of cunts stole his fucking flag, so we went off in a huff and he fucked off to the forest over in the fucking Brazil place.
Well, seems I'm going on an expedition after all.
Yeah, he's all whiny bitch. Alright, see you
Yes.
then, I suppose.
I'm
Scope.
going on a trip.
Have
Alright,
a nice
Scope.
day.
Let's go
Enjoy
Brazil.
yourself. You know what I am if you need any info.
Someday, maybe, when I am retired.
Alright.
He was one day away from retirement.
Any interest in buying any of this lingerie I have?
I'm all the way across town, dude.
He's fucked off.
I
Yeah,
cannot hear you, sir.
Alright.
our
I know you're
characters all tend to be,
shouting, but I cannot hear you.
Alright, Scope.
our characters are also like short and curt with people. Like when they're done, they're just like, "All right, I'm done," and the guy goes, "Wait," and we just walk away.
It's like fucking Oblivion levels of dialogue.
This is like the fucking short guy in Mandalorian. I have spoken.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
Bill. That's what. That's what Stu played in the previous game. He played the fucking Mandalorian.
Oh, the edgy bounty hunter.
Yeah, the
Orc guy.
Mandalorian bounty hunter with
Yeah,
a
I just
frog
used-
man, a little
The
frog
red
baby. Yeah, little frogman baby is his accomplice. Right, is there anything else you'd like to do, or is that all?
You let's go anything?
I think we've resolved everything that can be done for
Mhm.
today's session. Or is that-
Yeah, what else? What was there on the list? Let me just scroll real quick.
I'll hold on before I turn off the recording.
We had.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a hunt for the broker. New rule: fix Ramshore. Sorry, what was fix Ramshore?
Well,
I'll let Stu tell you that.
That's not just a quest, that's a whole campaign.
Yeah.
Full campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we also have 500 XP. Does that shoot us on level 4?
Does it?
I don't think so.
don't think so quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need like around 2,000, 250 maybe. Remembering right.
Hang on, I have it next to me. I'm so you stand up because it's spoken. Level 4 is 2,700.
Yeah.
Okay. No, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Coolio.
Yeah.
So, yeah, next time we'll just come with full loaded cart equipment and so on.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks again, Rags, for joining us, and yeah, see you all next week.